So hi, on the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with.
I'm Jay.
And I am Cam with two M's. Only Shane O'Brien gets the one M, and Jay. We're never loved.
And we're gonna ask them some questions today about their upcoming album, Over It. I'm gonna start. So congrats on that, by the way, guys. How do you feel about the response to the announcement so far?
Thank you so much. It's really awesome, man. I'm grateful. Like, especially, I think what made it even better is we recorded this album in January of 2020. Like, the last time we were on this show, it was already mixed and mastered too. Even then, so, like, you know, with COVID and everything going on in the world, things were pushed back quite a bit, and it was just great to finally like announce it. Something we've been sitting on, and we were working on it obviously before January of 2020. So it's been like a really long time. We're like ready to announce this, and finally here it is.
Were you guys sitting on it because of the uncertainty? Like you were hoping to kind of shows would start up again, and then you'd be able to announce the record? Yeah,
it was just one of those things where, like, it's our first ever LP, and kind of wanted to see where our original release plan was actually to be around like a tour that we had scheduled. So like that kind of just kept, we didn't know what to expect when things were going to happen. So we kind of just like waited it out a little bit until we're like, okay, like we got to get this thing up and going sooner or later. We can't wait forever. But I think originally, like, it seemed like, March of last year, everyone thought like, oh, this, things are gonna be fine by like fall. So like, that's part of it. Then fall rolls around, you're like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
that's not
Everything's still closed.
Yeah. So it was just more of like just wait and see what's going on, and whenever things felt like it'd be the right time to kind of release it. So.
Okay.
So what made you choose Over It as the lead single?
Well, it was like the first song on the record, and I remember like thinking of album names. You couldn't really, I don't know, like we were just trying to think like what would be a good album name, and like it felt weird because you don't want something like super vague. Like we fucking copped out and did self-titled for our EP. Like we're like, we don't know, never loved, cool, like done.
Easy.
Honestly, it kind of just like resonated overall with all of us.
Yeah, because the thing is, like with this record, it was written. It wasn't like written at once. So much was written different times, and like there wasn't like a common theme. I think like what we noticed most throughout, like I guess common themes through the record was like a sense of being over it in some capacity, and like I think too we didn't have a record name for a while, and like we were in lockdown and COVID happened, so like it resonated very like I guess it resonated more than it normally would have, because we're locked inside, we're like, we gotta think of a record name, and it just felt like Over It was like the anthem of the record, and it just resonated well. It's just like how the band names Never Loved kind of rolled off the tongue, and we were throwing band name ideas album name ideas out there, and like Over It was one of those just rolled off the tongue, and everyone liked it, and kind of felt nice.
All right.
Okay, that's fair.
So I wanted to ask about the music video for On and On It Goes. It's got quite the interesting storyline. What was the inspiration behind that? Man,
that was like such a fucking weird video to shoot too. It was like there's
Tell
so
me
much
everything.
Well, like the song like centers around like a relationship, or even like to make it more vague, like maybe a cycle of running into the same issues. It could be anything. It could be relationship. I mean, in this case, it was about a specific experience I had, but it could be about like any reoccurring like something. You just keep making the same mistake or keep running the same issue again. So it's like on and on it goes and never gets better. And like for us with the video, I kind of wanted to find a way to like represent it in a less serious way, and kind of just make it more of like a satire of like your problems in a sense. So in this case, our inspiration for the video is like when I wrote the song, I felt like I was in a relationship, and things just, like I said, weren't working out. So with the video, we thought it'd be funny to kind of like play a twist where like, it's a guy with a girl and she's a cannibal, and just like, he's just trying to deal with it and trying to like, yeah, it's okay, but like, it's not, and go along with it. And eventually he's like, I can't do this anymore. And she just fucking eats him. So like, just a little more of like I love like horror movies and like some comedy movies and comedy horrors and like, like Jennifer's Body kind of movies, Zombieland, all those lighthearted stuff. So I don't know, we felt it'd be a funny way to kind of like represent the song and like the meaning of it.
Okay, that's fair, because I was watching it and I was like, what? Why? Oh,
Jay can tell you about all the interesting experiences that happened when we were up in the middle of nowhere recording the video too.
Yeah, it was shot actually in a pretty scary cabin.
Oh.
Okay.
Scary how?
Well, I mean, you go to this area, you don't have any cell service out in this area of
Florida. We had to dig an X in the yard with a shovel because that's the one place you can get one bar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
We didn't stay. So like half the people stayed there and the other half were at the hotel. I was definitely the other half at the hotel. My fucking shitty ass.
Was it just like isolated, or were there like, did you guys see anything?
So basically we wanted to find like a very wood-esque looking cabin, which is kind of hard to find where we're from Fort Lauderdale, which is this, you're not familiar with Florida, like close to Miami.
Yeah.
So you're not really going to find like those rural areas like that. But we found like this cabin that was like within our budget in like Cross Creek, Florida. It's like in the middle of nowhere, central Florida. It's like about 4 hours north. We stayed in Gainesville near like University of Florida, which is like 40 minutes even away from that. And that's like the closest civilization. But it was like an all wood cabin. And we felt that was like the best place to kind of get that look for the video of like, some fucking weird shit's going to go down tonight with cannibals and stuff. But it was really weird. Just like the people there were weird. There was like lots of Trump 2020 merchandising stands everywhere. So, you can get your fix. Yeah, like just weird people, like weird anti-maskers too. And like this is like probably in like July where we shot it. It was like really just fucked up vibe. Like, cause also the nearest food there was like 15 minutes away. The person who like had the Airbnb, who we got it for, like rented it from, thought that someone was also like, she called me the week after we checked out from it and asked like, she's like, does the oven feel hot when you stand in front of it? I was like, what? No, like we didn't leave it on. She's like, no, like I think I fired a cleaning crew and I think they're trying to burn my cabin down. And I'm just like, what the fucking hell? It was weird, man. It was just like all sorts of like, I don't ever want to come back here again.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest, if I recall, we didn't really even use the oven.
Yeah, we only went there to do like the storyline shots. We did the actual like performance takes down here, thank God. But we actually did it in the same building we shot the Over It music video.
All right.
Oh, okay, solid.
Wow.
But yeah, it was quite the experience. Like I don't know, Central Florida is weird. It's like you feel like they're just 20 years behind up there, and you don't get cell phone service, and there's deers everywhere. Literally, we're driving back from the hotel at like 2 a.m. on the first day of shooting. There's just like 30 deers lined up on the side of the road, and we're like constantly honking our horn to make sure no one jumps in front of us.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was definitely fun, but weird.
Yeah, definitely sounds like a lot of fun. So is there any meaning behind the cover art, since you already explained the album title?
Yes and no. It was one of those things where we got in touch with our creative director at Equal Vision, and we kind of had some visions of ideas in terms of aesthetic and kind of like what we wanted to do. So with the record, there's a side A and there's a side B for the vinyl, and we wanted to kind of like emphasize that, whereas the front of the album cover is someone jumping off into space, but if you go to the back side of the cover, it's completely inverted. It's someone jumping off into like a desert, but they cut out of space. on the front there's a cutout of the desert. And the reason why we did that is because side A is like a different, I guess we like to look at like side A as like our goddamn kind of songs, and then side B is like our Gone and Sunshine kind of songs.
Yeah.
Where we felt like we had some darker tunes, some more like out there tunes, and a little more like different than what we do. And we always felt like that even with the EP, we had like some like one kind of tunes and then the other, like you have like Down, Gone, Charged, and then like then you have the Where Do I Go From Here and Dead Inside, and like those kind of songs. So we kind of took that onto the record as well, and wanted to emphasize that where when you listen to side B, you're going to get like a different kind of experience than listening to side A kind of thing. So we inversed the covers, the front cover and the back cover. The actual artwork itself is more of like I said, it doesn't have a actual like direct meaning, but I think the idea of it is it's more of like a leaping into the unknown. And like with this band and this project, when we started it, we didn't really know what's gonna come. And like when we finished our record and COVID happened, we didn't know what was gonna happen. And it's just kind of like sometimes you just gotta leap into the unknown and kind of just go for it. And I think that's kind of the basic idea of it. But I mean, we always like things to be up to, at least for me, like I like things to be up to interpretation. Like if someone connects with a song that I wrote differently, even though it doesn't mean that, then like, cool. If someone interprets something differently from that art and like they think it means this, like it can mean that too. Like it's not necessarily, this is what it means. But to answer your question, that's what it means to me, at least for me personally.
All right. So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this track? I know we did beat the shit out of Over It earlier last year.
On and On It Goes?
Just for the album in general.
Well, man, it's hard because like there's songs on there that were written in 2017 and there's songs in there that were written like the week before. Yeah. We have like this ongoing issue of too many fucking songs, and like we had the first week we did the record, it was just trying to narrow down, like, we didn't want to just put, all right, these are all really good songs. Like we kind of want to strategically, like we need a balance of stuff here. And like for me, like the writing process, like for anything is like, I'm always writing, and I think it's good to always write because not everything you write is going to be great. So if you're always writing, out of that, say you write 10 songs in 6 months or 5 months, like I don't want those 10 songs to all be on one record, because probably 3 of them or 2 of them are going to be amazing, maybe 2 are going to be good, and the rest are going to be whatever. And I think like quantity produces quality in a sense, where the more you write, the more you learn and grow. And like with this record, we had like a luxury of, okay, we have this good song, that good song. Like you can't like force it all out at once. Like it's hard to do it like that. So that's why like some of the songs on the record are actually recorded. Autumn was actually recorded in 2017 with Matt. It was the same producer. It's like we just weren't signed. We weren't doing a record, and like we couldn't, obviously can't afford to pay Matt for a full length that like as a DIY band. So we did an EP with him. And like we had other songs then we wanted to use too. So like by the time we were like, all right, sitting down with Matt, and we've worked with him for 3 years, there was just songs that like were newer that we wanted to roll with, songs that like we never were able to do back in like the older sessions that we wanted to do, but it just didn't make sense for an EP. So like we were able to pull some things that we've always wanted to get done, and some stuff that we recently did. But I'd say a good chunk of the record was written like within, I mean, it's all written within like the last 3 years. On and On was like probably one of the newer songs. We actually wrote that one with Nick from All American Rejects. That was probably, I think, the only song on the record we might have all written as a band in one room too. Because we were on the way up to tour. Because everything's done remotely, like we'll have an idea and like bounce into a Dropbox, and someone else has an idea for that idea. And like, it's just like, it kind of like back and forth collaboration. But with On and On It Goes, we were all just like sitting down in a room with Nick and kind of just started. I think Jay was messing with fucking sequential circuits,
the drum tracks.
I was like, cool, I have these chords, and like we kind of just went off with it. We did that song in like 2 days with Nick, and then we wrote it actually right before the last tour we did before COVID. RIP fucking touring, but.
Wow. Okay. So solid. Wait, so what was it like kind of working all together, including with Nick from All American Rejects? What was that process like?
Honestly, it's really fun. Like it's kind of just like getting together and hanging out and just like, writing song. Like, I don't know, it's like the whole record was like that. We were just like kind of having fun and goofing off the whole time. Like it wasn't like, I feel like the minute you focus on it so much, like we're writing, we're this or that, like if it's not fun, like, I don't know, what's the point kind of thing. When we wrote with Nick, we were just like having fun. We were shooting the shit, like having some drinks, fucking going out to eat a good food, watching dumb videos on YouTube. Like we get sidetracked a lot, but that was a good time. Writing with Nick is great. Like you learn a lot from him. He's someone who's really proven and is a talented writer and musician. So it was really awesome being able to work with him too and learn from someone like that.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Wow. All right. Can you tell me where your headspace was while creating this album?
I don't know, Jay, you can start on that one. I got to think about that.
What? Were you your headspace?
I don't know. Cause like, it wasn't like, it wasn't like, oh, we're writing a record. Like we never feel like we're writing a record. It's okay, what songs are we going to use that we have? Like that's kind of like
the overlying themes all kind of culminated together to make something cohesive. But based on my perception of this album, Your Headspace was more of kind of, trying to contemplate situations and coming out of it in a way that you can express yourself, cathartic.
Yeah, like the thing too is a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these songs are written over time. So I didn't know 3 years ago when I wrote Autumn, I'm writing a full length for Equal Vision Records right now. Like, like I kind of we all write to write. So I don't think there was like a headspace when it came to like creating songs for the record, but when it came to creating the record, like the record itself, like most of it was already written. We just didn't know what was going to be on it, kind of thing. Because I
feel like some of it came to putting everything together into one whole line of thought. That like, albeit the songs were written, all of us came together with, how everything was after the fact as well. And put everything into what we thought would be like a straight line going down.
I think it was like that. The general like headspace was, let's make a complete album. Because wow, lightning literally just struck by my house. Holy shit. Cool. Well, no, I was gonna say like we wanted to make like a complete album, and like we knew we had a lot of good songs, and like we didn't just want to make like an album with like this is a hit, this is a hit, this is a hit, this is a hit, like this is, we wanted to make sure there was a balance, there was a flow, there was like it just breathes, like it's a complete piece of art. So that's kind of where our heads were at, and I think that was like the most difficult part, because when you go in with a lot of different kind of songs and they're kind of a little bit like, I think there's some songs on the record that if you pull them off and do side by side, it just would not make sense. And that's why like we couldn't use them on an EP.
Even taking like Autumn and Sunshine like together, it's kind of hard to see that throughput, but if you put it all within the album, there's that throughput. It goes together to, one to the other.
It flows well, yeah. It all connects.
Yeah, we just finding that through line, I think, is where the headspace was at. And we did feel like we accomplished that. And like part of it too was like, even after the fact, we finished recording in January and we still had to get mixes done and all that stuff, but we didn't have like any like transition, like interludes and stuff like that. We didn't know the order of the songs. It was kind of like how do we piece this together where it makes sense? And we actually even took a song off the record for that reason. It was like, it's done. I mean, it's gonna see the light of day. Don't like it's just not gonna be on the record.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and like it was one of my favorite songs too. But we just felt like we should probably take it off, like just for that kind of reason of like we want this to be something you put on like from start to finish. It flows nicely and it's like an experience, not just like songs thrown on to like a CD or something.
Yeah.
Wait, so you mentioned like interludes or whatever. You did have a 44-second track, and I wanted to ask, like, why
That's probably
a
an
40
interlude.
second? Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Well, the thing is like the reason is just to like kind of seg it to the next song. So with the first interlude, it's like a loud song, and then it goes into a little bit more chilled out song. We kind of want to just like, instead of it like going like here, just kind of like like swing into it. And vice versa too, with like the other interlude I think is probably the opposite. It's let's bring it back up and kind of like let it build into something kind of thing. But just little things that we felt would help the record flow a little more, and just like the glue that might have been missing between songs.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
So what's it like kind of rolling out your debut album in the middle of a pandemic? Like what other content are you guys planning to kind of keep yourselves in the limelight?
Well, we have a really great team behind us. So in any other I mean, it honestly doesn't feel that different from any other rollout. Like, well, let me like specify that. Like, if this was there's no pandemic and we didn't have a tour lined up, it wouldn't be any different than the only difference is we're not able to like play like release shows or tour off of it just yet. Or maybe do like things like an in-store I don't know, but like it doesn't feel that much more different. If anything, I think it feels a little beneficial because like there's more push on like online streaming and on like that kind of stuff is up right now, so it kind of works in our favor a little bit, where like we're releasing stuff online and people, I think you can't go to a show to discover bands, so people I feel like might be looking a little bit harder for bands now online and looking for new music.
Okay,
definitely. All right.
But it's honestly like it's hard to like compare to, because I've never rolled out an album before, so I don't know what the exact difference would be.
Yeah.
So there's like that side of it too.
all right.
All right. So while going, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, this is our first, full album. We had the EP before that. And that was like a different rollout situation. I'll say that.
Yeah, EP is just like, here's a song, boom, we're releasing the rest of them in like 3 weeks, and see you later. Like,
we'll see you on the road.
That easy.
Yeah, we were like on the road the whole time too, so it's like really different. And maybe that is the difference. Like this album was originally intended to be released around the tour we were supposed to do, so like that probably is like the difference.
Yeah, man, it sucks.
We'll be sitting at home on the couch when it comes. Actually, no, we'll be in Nashville when it comes out. We're gonna be doing some more writing sessions with Nick. Actually in like 3 weeks. So we'll be in Nashville when it comes out. So we won't be sitting at home, but it's like an in between. Won't be on tour, but at least we'll be like doing something where it's like cool. Like it feels right.
Yeah.
You'll be out of the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be nice. So while going through the album, what band or artist influences pop out the most to you two?
Oh, that's tough.
I feel like from my perspective, I get a lot of like that Smashing Pumpkins, like the Nirvana, like post, like second half, definitely. Overall album wise, I feel like we kind of tried to hit that Armor for Sleep, like throughput, like kind of that expression, feeling changes that all kind of happen.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the lighter songs kind of got that more like poppy, like Sum 41 and like, how do I describe it? I feel like there's some band I'm missing here, you know.
Just like that area of music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like I wouldn't narrow down any specific, because like a lot of stuff I listen to like influences me whether I know it or not, kind of thing. So like I would just say like a lot of the music I listen to was probably an influence on it. And like with that being said, like a lot of the stuff I do listen to is going to be like that early 2000s, like late 90s, you know, alternative and pop punk kind of stuff. Like some newer alternative stuff was part of that. So I think just like a lot of those kind of like a collaborative mix of those kind of bands and artists that I like bled into different tracks and different parts, because it is a little bit it's not all over, but you know, there's a lot of different flavors on the record. So like it's hard to just say like this band inspired it, because like some other tracks you would never even think that kind of thing.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
I do want to ask about like a specific influence. Were you by any chance listening to Water Parks at the time? Because the second track, On and On It Goes, I swear to God, the opening sounds like a Water Park song.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
No, I mean like I don't listen to them like that. I mean like they're cool, like they're a great band, but no, like we actually, that intro was inspired by no other than Sugar Ray.
Okay.
Oh, okay, solid.
All right. So this
Shout
question
out to
should
my
be
brother Mark McGrath.
Shout out.
super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less. Both of you have to do it.
Pretty cool album.
So true.
Big fucking
It is.
guitars.
Wonderful. I love that so much. So while going through the
BFG.
album... Okay. Thank you for abbreviating it. So while going through the album,
Semi-truck 18-wheelers. like if there was a semi-truck 18-wheeler supercharged, just racing to like a pilot gas station, that's how the guitars sound.
that's how.
Yeah,
Fisher
like
Price
a diesel
core.
semi 18 truck. Yeah.
Solid. Okay.
18-wheeler. Yeah, I don't know what I just said.
It's a lot, but I get it. I get what you said. So while going through the album, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want to invoke in your listeners?
A great question. I had to think about that one.
I feel like it extends to like a kind of more wide range, like complex set of emotions. Like not one specifically, but it like kind of like I feel like we were kind of like thinking of like, you know, more of what you would go through over time.
Yeah, it's because it's not like there's happy songs, there's love songs, there's sad songs, there's existential crisis songs, there's like,
It covers
you
all the
know,
bases.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's just like kind of what Jay said is, you know, like we write music, it's more of just like our, you know, diary or like outlet, you know, to catharticism. And I guess for me, if someone can relate or connect to a song, and that, you know, at least like when I listen to certain songs, what I really tend to like gravitate towards is when I hear a song that I can relate to or, you know, resonates with me. So if that could be the case for some people when they hear a certain song, like I guess that's what I would convey or hope for or like tell listeners, but there isn't like anything specifically.
All right.
That's fair. All right.
So you guys don't have any features on this album, but for the next one that you guys are apparently beginning to write, are you guys looking to have any, and do you want to speak any into existence?
Features like guest vocals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. Like if it's not a rapper, I don't care. Like that's where my head's at.
Yeah.
Okay.
What rapper? I don't know. Like a rapper. That's it.
Any
Just
rapper.
But not like that MGK crap. Sorry,
Okay,
no offense to MGK.
good.
Like fuck that. Like
Good.
no, like early, like, you know, when like Weezer and B.O.B. collaborated and shit, like that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
Okay.
But I don't even know if I want to do that. We have like one demo that has just for shits, like we had like a buddy just like throw a rap over a verse, or like it was a joke. We're like, this is fucking dumb. Like, let's get him to do it. It should be stupid. And like, then we were kind of like listening back, like, why is this actually kind of cool?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I should like this, but like,
It's
and then
pretty
like
good.
we showed some other peers, and they're like, yeah, it's kind of dope. I'm like, God damn it, why did we do
It'll
that?
be on album two.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, like I don't know. Like when we write, we like to experiment and like just throw shit at the wall, and you know, you don't know until you know. Like you gotta. It's just like fucking testing cars or rockets. Like if you don't make them blow up, then you don't know what makes them like fucking. Why didn't this work? You gotta like experiment and push all boundaries when you write. So like that was one we didn't think would work, and we don't know if it will, but it kind of.
Do we lose Cameron to the storm?
Oh no.
Oh, can y'all hear me?
Oh wait,
Yes.
no, you're back. You're back.
No, so this is actually a perfect example of Florida. It's sunny out now.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
right after the lightning strike, right next to your house.
It's like 5 minutes later, it's sunny, and it probably feels like if you just like threw wet clothes in a dryer for like 20 seconds and opened it, I'm sure if I go outside, that's how it feels right now.
Gross. All right.
Awful.
Well, you guys should get like Snoop Dogg, like how Big Time Rush got Snoop Dogg on their remix of Boyfriend. I
Yo,
think you guys
so
can pull that off.
That's actually a funny story. We actually had dinner with Kendall from Big Time Rush while we were making the
Stop!
record.
What?
Why
Yeah.
did you just
Why
leave
did-
that story out like
Wait.
entirely?
Wait. Are you gonna be on the new album? Is there-
No. I don't know anything. So like it was so random. This was like the most random thing that happened to me in my life, because I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like all right. The first week we were making this record was just like a roller coaster of what the hell, because it was really cold outside.
Okay.
Like really cold, and we were staying like where we stayed, the heaters went out, and like the water heater, like there was no hot water, and the heaters went out, and it was thin walls, so we couldn't really shower unless it was freezing cold water, which sucks. So by the end of the week we're like, okay, like we're exhausted, like the water is going to get fixed tomorrow, but we're like sitting there, and Matt, our producer, is like, so he's like, yeah, I can't like do the night session. I have dinner with like my family and whatever. He's like, and then like an hour or two later, he's like, do you guys want to come? And Nick was there too. Nick was doing the first week of the record with us. He was helping us to pre-pro. So like, me, Nick, we're like, yeah, we're down. He's like, yeah, cool. Like Kendall's going to be there. And like, I didn't really know. And like all of a sudden I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, that dude, like it was me, Nick from AAR, and then like Kendall from Big Time Rush, and then Matt and his family. I'm just sitting here like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, that's
But we got to cheers margaritas with each other. We both got margs, so that was cool. I didn't like, it was just one of those things where I was like, yeah, that's that guy. Like I didn't make anything of it, but we were just hanging out and had some dinner. I had some Impossible tacos. I forgot what he ordered. That was like Matt's family too. It was his daughter's birthday. It was actually really funny because like he has like 3 little girls, and they're all like FaceTiming their friends, like, look who we're with.
Wow. So
Yeah, you could tell he's used to it. It was fun though.
So since the little girls were making a little scene, you didn't want to make a scene, is what you're telling me.
I mean, like to me, I was like, it's just a guy, like, because I like fell off. Like Big Time Rush was like right after that, like my thing was like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, you know. Yeah. So like I'm kind of like, I just fell off right before they were like a thing, and like I knew of them and like I watched it, but it wasn't like I think the last like big Nick artist thing I was into is probably like Drake and Josh.
Okay.
And then like I kind of like fell off, and then Big Time Rush came like right after that.
That's
I
fair.
think so. Like to me, it wasn't like a crazy thing, but it was kind of like cool. It was like, yo, I'm like sitting here and like rejects Big Time Rush. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, if you told this to me like when I was 11, I'd be like, how and why? Like,
wow.
It was really right. It was a good dinner. That place is really good. We actually went to go see, and then right after that, we drove by the stairs from The Exorcist in Georgetown and went to go see them. So yeah.
Wait, was that with Kendall and Nick as well? Still?
No, me and Nick. So like the next day we drove by. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And then we had the next day off. So the next day, like we recorded in like College Park, Maryland area, about like 30 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. So like the next day we went to D.C. and like Georgetown's not too far from D.C. So we went to like the Exorcist stairs where like the priest got thrown out the window and stuff, and got to check him out. But it was really cool.
That's awesome. Okay, thanks for sharing that with the class.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of weird things that happened while making that record.
Yeah.
Like I like pissed off Mark McGrath on a live stream too.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, but now we're friends, so it's okay.
Good.
Yeah, we're good now. But what else happened? We didn't have hot water for a week.
Yeah.
We played the keg.
We think we saw a ghost at the hotel where Martin Luther King wrote his "I Have a Dream" speech too.
Yo.
Yeah, we like went to that hotel. It's like really old, but there was like this lady that kept walking by in a red dress and kept walking and like almost seemed like doing circles, and like it was a really old hotel, and we're like, is that like, I don't think that's a person kind of thing. Like we couldn't tell. We're like, this is kind of weird. Like the way, like it seemed like something you'd see in like The Shining. I don't know. It was really creepy. So we left.
Yeah, good.
But
Because you don't stay in those places.
We left.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, create an LP, and then sure enough, like it was cool because that was like our last like normal experience, and then we get home, and then COVID happens. So it's like, oh, okay.
Definitely, I like how you called that normal, because that is normal in the world we're currently living in.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, like the thing is, like if we don't get into some weird fucking shit, then like Never Love gets into weird fucking shit. If we don't get into weird shit, then that's not normal for Never Love.
Exactly.
Like,
who are you?
Yeah,
so
like if we're not like some random haunted wood cabin that this lady said is trying to get burned down or something, like shooting a video, then it's not a Never Love music video shoot.
Exactly.
So for all the bands watching this, if you're thinking about asking Never Love to tour with you, weird shit happens when you're on tour with them.
Be safe.
No, we're very mild mannered Floridians. I promise.
Yeah, for Floridians, we're pretty mild mannered.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like a lot of people aren't used to like I don't know, growing up in Florida, and like Florida's fucking weird, and I can't imagine being from like some smaller town in the Midwest and then experiencing South Florida or something, but like that's normal for us.
Awesome. I don't know how to
So the more you know.
Yeah, definitely.
The key to writing a good record is having dinner with Kendall from Big Time Rush. So
and Nick from All American Rejects.
Yeah. And then going to the Exorcist stairs.
And then
after.
immediately like right after. Yeah.
It creates this portal.
Definitely, yeah. God, okay. Well, I don't know how to transition this next song, question. But if you could write one song, any song ever, which song would you write and why?
Like an existing song?
An existing song. Like
if I could have wrote it?
Yeah.
Jay, you want to start off with that one? I don't know. I got to think about that for a sec.
I feel like this is like, I don't know if I want to write like somebody else's song, because I don't know if I could do that.
I feel like you're gonna say "All Star" by Smash Mouth.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Like the anthem of Shrek, bro. That's what I feel like you're gonna say. I could be wrong.
I mean, I don't know, because I couldn't really think of anything. It's like, man, how would I go about writing somebody else's song? I mean, that would be a nice one to have, you know. I mean, I'd be like, hey, man, I'm the guy that wrote All Star.
That's you. Yeah.
I'd be around just
the
be like,
anthem
hey,
of
man,
Shrek.
You heard All Star before? I wrote it.
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, either that one, I guess. You know, or I mean, but this was just a cover. But I mean, even I Am a Believer, because that was also, you know, in Shrek.
Jay likes Smash Mouth is what I'm getting.
Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I already know. Like, I wish Shane was here, because I know Shane would say Amber by 311. This is like a very stressful question, because like I have one song to pick.
One song.
Like I keep trying to think of other songs, but like for some reason I keep getting gravitated towards "Break Stuff" by Limp Bizkit. I don't know why, but like I guess like
Break Stuff.
Like
it's like almost. No, I mean, It's not a WWE anthem, is it? But like, I feel like it's almost, because it's like almost a fight song.
Yeah.
I guess it has to be like, what if I just throw? Okay, I'm gonna go like fucking polar opposites here. Like, Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, or oh my god, I don't know. Like, I really love Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. That's a really good song.
It's a banger. I have to admit, it's a
It's
banger.
so good. Like,
Yeah.
it aged really well. I like that
did.
song.
Yeah.
So I have the honor of asking the last question, and for this question, I need you guys to walk with me. Boom, you're on a desert island. You can bring one book, one movie, and one person. Who and what are you bringing?
One book, one movie, and one person.
Mhm.
Yes.
One book, one movie, one person.
One book, one movie, one person.
One book.
Yeah.
Shrek. One movie. Shrek.
Shrek. Yeah.
One person.
Shrek a book?
Shrek.
Shrek. Yeah. Wow.
Is there actually
Never
a
would've
Shrek
thought-
book?
Yeah, I mean,
Probably,
it
yeah.
was what it was before it was a movie. You know, it's
Really?
based off some kind of fairy tale.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty
somewhere.
sure, yeah.
Is it possible to like get off the deserted island, or you're like stuck there forever, kind of thing?
Forever. You're stuck there forever. There's no
forever.
hope
Even
for
if you found a way
Yeah.
off of it,
Even if
Yeah.
you found a way off, it's like closed off. There's like
am I
no
building
hope
like
for
a
you.
civilization, kind of thing?
Sure, if you want to. It's really up to you. You're gonna be stuck there forever, so
Am I putting is like the movie VHS or like DVD? I need
it's
to know
up
these
to it's
things.
your choice. It
Okay.
could be digital if you want it to.
You could convert it to Laserdisc if that's what you would like to watch.
Exactly.
It
Is there
on.
Wi-Fi for like Netflix? Okay.
It depends on
One
what you're
book.
bringing.
There's
One
Wi-Fi, but
book.
all streamings reverts back to your one movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it works
Oh,
on.
I know you. I
Websites.
remember y'all asked me this last time, but I'm trying to remember what I said.
No.
No, we
Yeah.
didn't.
I thought you did. I could have sworn you did. I
No.
thought you did. It
No.
was something like this. No.
No, we did Death Row or Fictional
It was
World.
yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was. It was something like this. Okay, I was in this world. I remember. Okay, one book. Fuck. Oh. I'll save the book for last. One person.
Okay.
Well, Jay said Shrek.
You can't
do
take
that.
that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, what other options are there if Shrek's taken already?
Maybe like I know. I don't know if to say. A movie. Okay, I'll start the movie.
Okay.
What movie do I really like?
Can't say
And I
Shrek.
have to watch.
Yeah. Well, you could say Shrek 2,
Shrek
3,
2.
4,
Shrek
5.
2, Shrek
Shrek
2,
the
yeah.
third.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not as
Like,
good as the
are we
original,
on
but
close
they're
enough?
there.
Are the islands close enough where like Jay could just toss the other Shrek over to me and like I throw it back?
No,
kind
but
of
he
thing?
can project it. It's close enough where he could project it on his big projector and you could watch it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a projector.
Yes.
hmm
Man, this is a really good question because I'm trying to like this is
Yeah, you haven't chosen like one
Anything.
thing yet.
because it's like
You
where do
were
I
gonna say
begin?
book for
Okay, I'll
last.
start.
Yeah.
What I don't even know. Like
I'm gonna start playing the Jeopardy music.
If you want, you can
Yeah,
choose Shrek. You can choose Shrek for anything if you want to. It's okay.
oh my god. I guess all right. It doesn't have to be a movie, or could it be like a TV thing? Like
We're gonna let it slide.
Yeah, like one
Oh,
season.
no,
of
like
a-
what if, you know how they have like those things where you bring like it's like a box of like all of the seasons?
Oh yeah, like a box set. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'd bring a box set of The Office.
Okay, so true.
Like that like or all right, you know what? I'll abide by your rules. I'm gonna bring Threat Level Midnight
Oh my
Okay.
god, so true.
by Michael Scott.
Banger.
Okay, so I'll bring that movie.
hmm
Person.
It's only like 45 minutes. That's a short movie.
Not Shrek. I don't know. Like
Really stuck on Shrek.
Like bandmates, friends.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I know, but like that's tough because like that's a lot of pressure. Someone's like, "What the fuck when you bring me?"
Bring Jay, and Jay can bring Shrek.
Yeah, I've already got rights to Shrek.
Exactly.
You got yeah, DreamWorks is coming after you, bro. Watch out. I don't know. Like, honestly, I'd bring my girlfriend. So I'll bring my girlfriend, The Office.
Why was that so hard?
Why did it take you so long to bring your girlfriend?
Well, because like I wanted to bring Shrek,
I really.
and now I can.
Really
Wow.
attached to Shrek. God.
I was trying to think of what like loopholes to bring Shrek, and I couldn't.
Yeah. It's okay. Guess you gotta bring your.
Not Shrek. Fuck.
Yeah.
And a book. I don't know, like let's see. Shrek, what was your favorite book aside from Shrek? I can't remember what books. I really like The Outsiders, but I don't know if I'd bring that as a book.
Honestly, if I was just to bring like a book other than Shrek, I feel like just bring some Greek mythos. Those are pretty entertaining, and it's pretty thick,
I don't know. Green Eggs and Ham.
All right.
A classic.
Okay. Yeah. That was. Well, that.
There we go.
That's all the questions we have for you guys today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Oh my God. Well, our debut record, Over It, is out May 14th on Equal Vision Records. Shout out to them. Our song On and On It Goes is already out now. You can stream it. And Autumn will be out soon. So there's that.
I hope all the fans get to hear that.
Autumn. Yeah, Sam. That's the first Never Loved song ever recorded. So
oof.
Wow.
Originally. Yeah, it's the OG. It's been sitting there for a while, so we're ready to get it out.
Hell yeah!
Definitely.
Well, it bangs. I listened to it earlier today.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I already leaked it on Kingdom Leaks, so it's up there.
You did?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
well, Kingdom Leaks is dead now.
Yeah.
So.
It's on LimeWire.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You can link it in our DMs, even though we already have it.
Yeah, we already have it.
It's on LimeWire. It's on BearShare, and somewhere you can probably find a uTorrent link for it.
All right.
Honestly, like real talk, I know they're making a Shrek 5. Let's get a Never Love song in Shrek 5.
Definitely.
Shrek.
I'm sure Equal Vision could like pull some strings or something,
Yeah, what the fuck? Equal Vision.
Exactly. Tell them.
All right.
Shrek 5.
Yeah. Never Loved.
Well, thank you for Snabless, guys. This has been Never Loved, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.